And welcome back to ABC News Live reports. Inside a Washington, D.C. courtroom today, the U.S. government advancing a blockbuster antitrust case alleging that Mark Zuckerberg's company Meta illegally built a social networking monopoly through years of anti-competitive conduct. But lawyers for Facebook's parent company standing by their acquisition of Instagram and WhatsApp. The FTC arguing that when Meta acquired Instagram in 2012 and WhatsApp 2 years later, that it was part of a strategy to eliminate competition and maintain a majority power over the social media market. The high-stakes trial could force the tech giant to break off ties with those platforms. So I want to bring in Rohit Chopra, former commissioner of the FTC under the Trump administration. Thank you for being here with us. And first of all, we understand, right, you actually cast the deciding vote to initiate this lawsuit against Meta for antitrust law violations. So first of all, walk us up to what led you to that decision.
Well, there was a lot of evidence that Facebook was not looking to compete, but to cheat. And there was plenty of documents and other information to suggest that Facebook was essentially engaged in a buy or bury scheme. Anytime it saw potential competitors up on its turf, it engaged in a series of tactics to crush them, or in many cases, to buy them.
Well, so what is at stake here if the judge decides with the government, if Meta is then forced to break itself up, sell Instagram, WhatsApp? I mean, could other tech giants essentially be put on notice?
Well, I think there's a lot at stake here. We really want to make sure the internet is full of options for consumers, that consumers can choose ones that have better privacy protections or new offerings. But what we have seen over the past decade is Facebook create a conglomerate, not by innovating, not by creating new services, but by gobbling up others. So the facts will play out in this trial. And ultimately, if Facebook is found to be liable for violating competition laws, the judge could in fact require a spin-off of WhatsApp or of Instagram. And that might create a new competitive environment for consumers that will probably benefit them.
Essentially spurring some innovation there. What about Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg? Took the stand today. Clearly, he seemingly has forged an alliance with President Trump. Do you think the president could get involved here, perhaps intervene?
Well, recently, Zuckerberg went to the White House. I don't know what was said in that meeting, but there were reports that Zuckerberg really wants this trial to go away. I think he does not want to see himself have to face the consequences for really some of this alleged anti-competitive conduct. And I would hope that the FTC does not get involved in some sort of cheap settlement. We need to see this trial play out. The public and the media need to hear about the course of conduct that this company engaged in, and then we'll allow a judge to determine the best path forward.
All right, Rohit Chopra, thank you so much for your insight and knowledge on this case. We appreciate your time.